What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more CS news here on vacation/holiday break. I know it looks a little different. I know this is a weird setup. This is now my mobile setup, which is not going to be near as good as the home setup. But if you guys want CS news, here's how you're going to have it while I'm on travel for holidays. So we hope you guys all enjoy. As per usual, thanks to all of you guys who have been here, who have been sending me stories. And a lot of CS stuff has continued to happen while I'm just trying to celebrate Christmas, okay? And unfortunately, it will not be Christmas for a couple big guys who have now been, well, made aware to all of us, are no longer on the roster. In case you guys missed this, Big Rig, probably one of the best nicknames we have seen in Counter-Strike in a long time. Him alongside Searson are now no longer with Big. If you guys missed their major run, they still do place a top 16 and had that great run through the opening stage. The whole 3-0 debacle and controversy, of course, them alongside 3D Max, having to go through that opening stage, but still making it to the elimination stage where we see them finally have their 3 losses. I would say overall, given the year for Big, the major run, had some notes to it. And I think it's obvious by now they're building around Crimbo. A guy like Tabson, JDC kind of slips in there under the radar, at least in my book. Big Rig was a great signing, in my opinion, and also a great nickname for the team. But clearly it seems they are trying to attain something more than a top 16 placement, bring German CS back on the map. I do think that Big still has great pieces to play with on this roster. I still look to Crimbo to be a future of German CS, and he's led by one of the all-time greats in German CS. And so it just seems like this is not the roster they want as a full 5-man. And so Big announced the biggest changes over this past weekend. Before we hop into some of the other news that I'm very excited to talk about, let's talk about rich people. As Sparkles this past week broke the record for the lowest float dragon lore of all time. And I say rich people, I don't mean offense, all right? Sparkles, I enjoy Sparkles. I'm very happy that he has the money to lose like over 100 grand trying to make this lowest float dragon lore. But he succeeded, and he actually did it. And yes, did he spend 6 figures to get to this point? Yeah. Does that make me a little upset inside? Just a little bit. But apparently he will not be selling for some time. I don't know what this is worth, but yeah, I mean, that's awesome, man. You have the money to spend for that. And do I sound salty right now? I'm not actually salty. Sparkles is a good guy, but it's just crazy how well he's done for himself in the CS world that he can spend these amounts of money. That's all I could think about the whole time. Is that like just a me thing? But that is now the new lowest float dragon lore in the entire game of Counter-Strike. Absolutely absurd. Just about as absurd as Spirit, by the way, who's had some great content with captions. If you guys want to check this out, we're going to have more videos about this as they've been releasing some vlogs from the Shanghai Major, which they, of course, won. And it was really cool to see after Map 2 went FaZe Clan's way, the series got tied up. Here is their team psychologist hyping up Sh1ro and getting him back into the zone. And you also see Magix come in, which Magix has really grown on me ever since that notorious clip of him winning the major and just sitting there and just doing this the whole time. And now the way he comforts a guy like Sh1ro behind the scenes as the series was tied up after this and FaZe had the momentum, here is what the Spirit psychologist did to Sh1ro to snap him back into things.
Энергия в голове, Диман. Поверь мне, Диман. Поверь мне. Вот как в Сингапуре было. Такая же самая хуйня. Ты вышел, бесил, потом зашел и нормально играл. То же самое, Диман. То же самое. Главное, в своей голове не вот какие-то не ставь себе, что это там нет и так далее. Ты пиздец сильный, ты пиздец выносливый. Смотри, какие жилы, Дим. Ты марафонец тот еще, давай работать.
У нас осталась ровно одна карта. Давай просто покатаем и похуй. Мы играем. Братан, как играть в него трек? Как? Братан, у меня мышка ебаная лагает. Да въеби Сани в ладошку, просто немного расчилься. Я понимаю, что это смутит. Ну, да, я понимаю, но это не про горение, а про потухание.
Да,
поэтому просто в кулак, просто разодуйся, ёпты, пошли последнюю карту.
Поиграем.
And of course, they go on to then win the major. It's like, wow, it really is. I mean, obviously, it's what is on the server, but it's also what is behind the scenes. And Spirit's done a great job with these vlogs showing, you go to a back room, you're just talking to the guys. Like, it's almost like very unassuming, right? You think back to an official practice room, but these guys, they're just going back to a random room and saying, hey, we got to snap back into it. We're going back out in 10 minutes or so. And they did, and they won the major, and that just goes to show you, I mean, those moments do matter, right? Those speeches do matter, your teammates do matter, and so it was really cool to see that side of team spirit. Not the last time we'll be talking about them in their vlogs. But the last story for all of you guys today, I do read comments, you guys know this, I reply to a lot of them. It's good to be back to the breaking news, and I actually read one about Stewie, and people were asking, yo, have you seen anything from Stewie or heard any rumors? I have not. And do I think Stewie's going to compete in 2025? That's a whole different question. But I do watch a lot of his streams. I watch a lot of his VODs back and look for clips. And he's still hitting clips every single week. And one that I saw was, I think it was like a 2v5 or like a eventual 2v4, but still an ace clutch from Stewie. He hits this ace and just calls the opponent trash, which is awesome.
Trash us.
So Stewie is still doing these things. He's still doing very well for himself. But I guess I'll ask all of you guys, be honest with me right now. Do you think Stewie's going to compete in 2025? My vote is leaning towards no, but I hope he does. But it's always this weird thing, right? He comes back with G2 as a stand-in and wins a tourney. He's one of, I mean, you could even look, I saw Statsmeister. I don't know if you guys saw this. And it was hard to believe. The only American to win an S-tier LAN last year, Stewie. Is that true? Is that possible? I mean, we still have some of the best, okay? All right, we didn't make, how? So we'll talk more about that in future videos. This is kind of a test run as well for the new setup. Do you guys like it? It's a travel setup, so it's meant for when I go to hotel rooms or places when we're going to esports events. If I still have time to actually make CS and other videos. So if you guys like it, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a comment. Thank you all for being here, and we'll catch you back here sometime soon. And if I miss anything, my DMs are open. Okay, till next time, ta-ta. Take care, guys. Bye.